Hi guys, it's Max here with dartsreviews.tv and association with dartsplanet.tv. We've got some players darts for you today from Unicorn, and this is the Maestro range. This is Jeffrey Zwaan darts. Really interesting. I like his throw. I like the setup of the dart by the looks of it. But what I think we'll do is we'll go over to the table, get these out so we can have a closer look. We're over at the table and we've got the Unicorn Jeffrey Zwaan Maestro P3 darts. Bit of a mouthful. Box here, we've got the sort of like the Maestro box with the white and the grey with the people in the background. Got his signature down here. We've got the 25 gram, 95% tungsten, and they're 0.1 gram match weighted. Window there showing the full setup darts in all their glory inside. Over on the back, got a little bit of writing about the performance, dart optimization. You've got the research development sort of logo circle there, Unicorn logo or branding here. We've got a QR code and some safety information. So let's get the darts out and have a look. So the darts come in this like cardboard insert, held in with this like EVA foam section that holds the darts in place with the stems. Plastic point holder there holding them in at a nice angle. Bit of card here showing that the nominal weight is 25 grams. Everything's held in place, doing everything it needs to so nothing gets damaged in transit. So let's get one of the darts out and have a look. Starting at the front, we've got this black coated point which adds a bit of grip into the board, and we have these like spiral grooves cut in as well, which Unicorn have been using. Really nice points, add some grip so they're not going to just bounce out straight away, and if they're going at a bit of an angle, hopefully they'll grip quite nicely. Then we go into this bull nose right at the front here in this like really nice like brushed black, and then we have these bright silver grooves separating these quite wide square cut rings just on the front section. I can feel the edges of those rings even though the grooves themselves are quite narrow, so still plenty of grip area. Then we've got this smooth section here with the Unicorn etched in logo and the Zwaan snake head. Just at the back of that smooth section, we've got some lateral grooves cut in and a very like shallow groove as well, just separating it, adding a really nice sort of look. The second grip section, we got this like bronzy yellow or goldy sort of inlay, quite a deep groove but not too wide, and then we have a tapered ring with some extra lateral milling in there as well. There's 3 of those, quite grippy. I could feel the edges quite sharp on my thumb, so it almost feels like a razor grip but not quite as sharp because they're definitely a lot wider. Then we have the third grip section where we have this very narrow twin ring with quite wide grooves, and again there's some extra milling in there just to add a bit more grip. You can sort of like feel almost a sharpness as you run around the circumference of the dart. Quite grippy. My finger and thumb fit in quite well into that twin ring because they are quite narrow, so they feel almost sharp to the touch. Then there's a small smooth section here before going into the Unicorn stem and the signature flights with the snake head. Overall, the balance feels quite nice. It feels slightly thinner at the back than at the front, but I would say it's a parallel dart. The color coordination on it works really well, as with the black at the front and then the silver and bronze or gold, whatever you want to call it, at the back. Quite a grippy-ish dart, center balance. But all in all, I think it should fly through the air at a really nice angle. Obviously, slightly longer point as well, so it opens up the treble once you've got the dart in there. Measurements for this at its widest part. We've got the 25 grams, sorry. They are 6.6 millimeters at the widest part, and the barrel length is 49.2, so a decent length barrel, loads of grip zones whether you're a front, rear or mid gripper, and hopefully gives you a nice clean release with plenty of power and control. So what we'll do is we'll head on over to the board and we'll have a go and see how we get on. Okay, so we're over in the dart room with the Unicorn Maestro Jeffrey Zwaan darts. Quite a grippy feeling dart, so going to be interesting to see how I get on, but plenty of different grip zones and grip areas for a variety of players. I'm going to have a couple of throws so I can get used to them, and then we'll go into our practice routine. So let's see how we get on. Oh, straight in the treble. Oh, caught that on my thumb on that little sharp bit. 85 though. Pulling them over. Only a 30. I'm catching a little bit on that really, really grippy section just behind the middle. For a rear gripper that wants a grippy dart, these are going to be absolutely ideal. I'm having to correct my grip a little bit because I'm used to something a little less grippy, but we should be all right. So let's go straight into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Oh, 70. The first start was quite nice, but like I said, I'm just catching on the edge ever so slightly. 131 to get. Oh, pulled that one over. Got 78. So that's the 53 to get. Oh, bit of a wobble, but we got the double. All in all, 8 darts. I'm happy with that. A little bit sharp at the back for myself. I had to move my grip a little bit just so I didn't catch on the edge of my thumb and my finger. But if you're looking for a grippy dart and you're more of a rear gripper, these could be absolutely ideal for you. All in all, balance was quite nice as well. I know I had a bit of a wobble, but I think changing the setup might have helped that as well. So yeah, let's go have a final thought. Well, I ended up doing this in 8 darts. I'm more than happy with that. I got quite a consistent release. Considering I was holding at the back, it was actually quite grippy there. I was catching a little bit. It was catching right on the edge of my finger, which gave me a bit of a wobbly start, and I had to correct myself ever so much. If you're looking for a grippy dart, these could be absolutely ideal for you. I'm going to give it quite a high rating of 4.5. The edges were quite sharp with that extra milling, and the lateral, it added even more. But if you're looking at a really consistent grip that's not going to fade over too much time or anything, this could be an absolutely ideal dart. The weights that they come in is just 23 and 25 grams. Not a massive range, but I think that's dead smack in the middle of where most players are. Price point for this, it's a 90% tungsten dart. It is £79.95. I think that's about average for a 90% tungsten dart, especially if it's a player's dart. So it's not breaking the bank too much. And you're getting a good keepsake if it's the player that you really, really like as well. If you've got a set of these and you've been throwing them for a little while, it'll be really, really handy if you let us know and let other players know what you think of them, because it's really good to get different points of view. If you've got any questions or anything, head on down into the comment section and we'll try and get back to you as well. Make sure you head on over to dartsplanet.tv and dartsreviews.tv. There's articles, reviews, competitions, all sorts on there, whether you've got 5 minutes or half an hour. And make sure you check out Superfans. There's some big savings to be had and loads of giveaways as well. Make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell so you know what's coming up in the future. And as always, come back and check us out again soon. Bye.